Hey guys, I have to show you what I'm gonna make today for like dinner. It'll be this soup with shrimp. How good does that sound? Like, I'm so excited. So excited. One thing that I'm doing to like up level my skincare routine this year, I've started to use these. These are like little like disposable towels, face towels. They look like this. This is quite large. As you can see, it's the Clean Towels XL. And essentially I use it in 3 ways. So one is obviously just to wipe my face instead of using a like little hand towel. I use these after I wash my face, and then I also use it for makeup removers. So like I just put makeup remover in one of the corners and it removes my makeup really well. And then also I use it for like whenever I spray like toner on it, I will spray that on like a clean or clean or dry area of it. And as a perk, you can also use it to like wipe down counters or like areas and whatever when you're done with washing your face. But essentially I use it instead of a towel and instead of little like, or instead of these little like cotton pads. Idea is that it'll be much nicer on your face because there's not a lot of like gross bacteria and stuff accumulating on these face towels, the same like the way that it accumulates on, say for example, this kind of like face towel that you use for like a week or something. Morning and night you use this just like once and then you toss it out, so it's much nicer in terms of like no bacteria growth on that towel because you don't reuse it. And I've really noticed a difference in my skin texture and freshness, and I don't really have any breakouts, knock on wood. I've linked these in my Amazon storefront that I actually created this week very recently because I just wanted to have like a place where I just add all of these things that I talk about on YouTube and Instagram or whatever. So I added this to my storefront so you can go take a look. And I think I already showed you guys these little things that I got for my like office eats. I got them because they're leak proof and they stack really nicely. So I have this color and then I also have this pink color. I got them both and they stack really nicely in a corner of my work purse. So they are quite pricey. I think one of these bigger ones is like $30, but I personally feel like it's totally worth it. But anyway, in here I have already prepped some oats with protein powder and coconut oil. And I'll probably take a banana from my office like pantry and I will weigh it at work because I now have a scale at work too because I have a little locker, and like put that in here as well. That is tomorrow. And here I'm just gonna put some broccoli and some ground turkey, and then they usually have like in this snack corner at work, they usually have like these little mini rice cakes. I can put a photo here of what I'm talking about, but it's like 15 carbs per little bag. So I usually grab one of those for my lunchtime carbs. So that's why this like lunch meal is pretty tiny. I wanted to show you guys what I purchased. This was like 20 bucks on Amazon and it's got like a little clip. You can put it on your phone and it has like the hole so that you can put it like over your camera. Like obviously if you use the back camera you can do that, but if you use the front camera you can also like put it over like that. And I want to try to use it with my camera, and it's essentially like a mini ring light. So this is me not using the extra light. Okay. Hold on, it's gonna happen. And this is with it on. it has like a few settings, and I don't know where the best placement for this. Maybe up here. This is the best light for it, but I feel like it really helps. So like, for example, I usually tend to like move through dark spaces and whatever when I vlog. And my kitchen lighting is notoriously very bad. And just like out here, hi, look at you and your ring light. Look at that, wow, beautiful. Yeah, my like living room and kitchen light is notoriously bad because there's like no daylight and no windows. But I feel like this keeps like a consistent light on my face no matter where I go. Let me try to go into like the dark bathroom and see if that helps. This is me in pitch black. Good purchase. So now we can look forward to a wee bit better lighting.
Man, you can't break in a person's house for any reason.
What if there's a baby inside and it's fire?
Well,
See, everything's not all cut and dry, is it, Ricky?
The bird got to come out. You can't put it under the head like you used to.
Got my new coffee order. Hopefully I got the right cold brew pots this time, and I also got this one has like B12 in it, so it was like a coffee with a perk sort of thing. Then I got this one in decaf and the normal one because these were my favorites from the trial thing that I got. And then I also got a caramel flavor. I just got back from the gym, so I'm like a little flushed, but I've like kind of toyed with different gym bag situations. My husband allowed me to adopt his duffel, which is this big, like just normal black duffel. So I'll show you guys kind of what I did inside of it. So it is a pretty like floopy bag, as you can see, but and I really just prefer like a very rigid type bag that stands on its own. This bag does not stand on its own, but I put these like little like organizers inside of it, and I've been using it now in the gym for a couple weeks, and I just really loved this setup. But as you can see, like I've sectioned off here, I've got my posing shoes back here, and this is like a little thing where I have just like shower things if ever I want to shower at the gym. And then I've got my knee sleeves, I've got my waist trainer, and here I've got some wraps and straps in both of these, some post-workout protein, and then my belt here. And then on the side here I've got my gym shoes in here, and it's got like 2 pockets on the side too. So I've really just loved this setup. But the problem is that I live in New York and I don't like drive to the gym. So I don't have a car where I can just like toss my duffel and then like drive up to the gym and grab it and go train. I have to first walk on a very crowded sidewalk. I have to cram myself into a subway car, which is usually very crowded because I usually go after work when people are like rush houring home. Also, just like a little minuscule detail that I realized is that it doesn't fit through the turnstiles, like in the subway turnstiles. So I have to like lift it over the turnstiles, and it's just like those 3 little inconveniences. Plus a 4th thing is that it takes up so much space that if I sit with it on my lap, like in the subway, I take up like 3 seats, because like, you know, people don't want to sit all up in your face, and they don't want to like crowd your belongings for the most part if they're like, you know, normal people. So like it leaks into both seats next to me, which makes me feel like an asshole, and I would probably be like, what the fuck, bitch, if I was, you know, a commuter seeing that. So it just does not work for someone like me who commutes to the gym. You know, it cramps everyone's style. So even though it fits my style inside of the gym, and I just have loved the convenience of having everything so organized, I'll have to think of another system. Regardless, I am going to try to see if I can make my smaller duffel work. I did not have these problems in Columbus when I had my car, because I could just throw everything in the trunk and I would have it there when I needed it. To Costco today, full fridge moment. I also bought this like water filter thing, so I'm just gonna use this to fill up my bottles with so that I can easily track. I'm aiming to drink 2 of these pitchers per day. It essentially like cleans and filters my tap water for ultimate freshness. Hey, we are gonna do another full day of eating today on low carb, except I forgot to film my breakfast, so I'll just put the macros in here, but it was just a chicken salad with some rice cakes and almond butter. Look at this head scratch. Wow. Wow. And now it's lunchtime and we're gonna have some lunch. I've been obsessed with having zucchini spirals, so I'll have that, pretend that it's spaghetti, and then I just do like a can of crushed tomatoes, and I'll put some spices in there and make it like a fake marinara sauce, and it's really, really good. And then I make some lean ground beef, and it's just like having a little spaghetti bowl. I'll do my dried wild blueberries with some frozen mangoes and frozen strawberries, along with some unsweetened almond milk. So we got the lineup. Yes, I realized that I said chicken salad for breakfast. That's pretty lame. It's just kind of what happens when carbs get really low. And, you know, I love having cream of rice or oatmeal with protein powder and almond butter and berries and all that fun stuff for breakfast, but it's possible at this point, definitely, but I'd rather save my carbs and like spread them more evenly throughout the day. This will be kind of a higher carb meal because of the dried blueberries. They're pretty high carb-ish. It's worth it. It's just such a good meal. I love it so much and I really enjoy eating it. So that's just gonna be my Sunday lunch treat. But it's not Sunday because it's Monday, but we're off today because it's MLK Day. So tomorrow I have my check-ins, so I will be showing you guys my check-ins, and I'll talk through updates we've made, changes, show you some physique updates too. Maybe this is where the excitement starts, when you have to like, when you can like start anticipating weekly changes in every check-in and stuff. But I feel like this is where the fun starts. You have to start pushing a little harder every week, because the projected show dates that I want to aim for is like, I don't know, 17-18 weeks away or something. And it might sound like a lot of time, but I don't feel like it is. Obviously it is, but like it's not really that much time. Like, you know, 8 weeks are going to go by like that, and then all of a sudden you're in single digit weeks out and all of that. So anyway, that's my little spiel. I'm gonna make this lunch. I'll show you what it looks like, and then I'll just show you the rest of my meals today. Low carb day because I'm not training today. Calories are slightly under 2,000 now for my low carb days, so that's what we're working with. Here it is. Here's my little fake pasta dish. So zucchini spirals, tomato sauce, and lean ground beef with nice clumpy, what's it called? Something salt. Selker salt? Seltel salt? Whatever. I'll put the word here when I figure it out. And here's my dessert, which is frozen berries with the dried wild blueberries and almond milk. So this is a pretty big, I would say this is the biggest meal of the day for me, just because of this dessert is pretty carb heavy. Without this dessert, this would probably be a pretty, or definitely it would be a very low carb meal. But this adds like, I don't know, 45 or 50 carbs or something to this meal. So yeah, but for now, let's enjoy. This is the real dessert. Am I right, Hopper? Yeah. Yeah, you like the coffee? Yes. Alright guys, the audio is going to be on a steep decline at this moment because I'm just going to voice over my meals. So this is meal 3. It is asparagus with egg whites and cocoa aminos and a little stick of cheese. So it's a relatively sad meal, but it's delicious. Here is meal number 4. We have a little salad with ground beef and a pickle. And then we have some frozen mango chunks and some tomatoes with pepper and salt. And arguably the best meal of the day. Here we have my creamy with some chocolate chip chunks, and I think this is a strawberry flavored ice cream. And the rest of the ice cream in here with some strawberries that I heated up in the microwave, and more egg whites and 1 full egg with some cocoa aminos. Alright, I'm going to voice over my check-ins here. So this morning I woke up at 173.2. It's down exactly 4 pounds from last week. I got my response from coach and he said that now is the time to add in cardio. So I have 10K steps per day that I should be hitting every day, 7 days a week. And then we also added in 25 minutes of medium intensity cardio. So I do cardio on my spin bike that I have in my living room. And I just try to make sure that my heart rate is always between 125 to 135 or 140 beats per minute. That is 6 days per week of cardio. So those were the changes that we made, and I'll insert here kind of like a progress from when I started prep on November 15th through now. So it's been 2 months of prep. I'm down, I'll put the stats here on the screen, but I'm down around 13 pounds in total, and I'll put the measurements that I'm down here as well in my waist, glute, and thigh. I measure smallest part of my waist, biggest part of my glute, and biggest part of my thigh for every check-in that I do. I feel like we are rocking and rolling.